on to that, we are a tight end / running back heavy offense. We've been wide receiver, but that's when we had a good wide receiver. We bought in Fannin this year, but we always had a good tight end player, whatever.
You know what?
But the thing is,
what I'm gonna tell you is the true identity of the Cleveland Browns, and always has been, is a power running team. And from that, the tight end is going to benefit, because now they're trying to load the box. You're giving the tight end a favorable matchup. It don't matter who it was. Ozzie, Cameron Jordan, Gary Barnett, Ben Watson, Kellen Winslow, even Harrison Bryant at times, Njoku. When the Browns, that's their identity. They run the football, tight ends tear you apart. If you look at the Browns' history, their all-time leading receiver is a tight end. Wide receivers, a prolific passing attack, period, it hasn't been a focal point. There's been spurts of it, but we talked about this before, but it hasn't been to the point where anybody we've drafted is like, I think Ozzie had over 5,000 yards. Like, that's crazy. Some people amassed that in 2 years just for catching. So they would have to change the identity altogether. And with the way Stefanski runs his offense, that's not going to happen, because it's not an air raid type of offense. It's that West Coast play action. The song run schemes and all that kind of jazz. So if you want to see, look at Baker in Tampa. That's not Stefanski's offense. He's not going to shotgun and just drop back. Or the old school Peyton Manning in Indy just pick you apart, knowing that Edgerrin James is in the backfield. Now you got to cover Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne. His offense isn't like that. And if you go back to the Jacoby year, they got away with having Amari Cooper, but then that's the best year you got out of Donovan Peoples-Jones too. But on the flip side, with Joe, those last 5 games, that's the best year you got out of Njoku. And then Amari, give or take, was putting up big numbers, but all your young players, they didn't thrive in that, because the system they didn't develop the system to do that. Now, if John Dorsey was still here, had he gotten a coach, not nobody he could puppeteer, but a coach, that may have been different, because a lot of those players were hand-me-downs from his regime. So with Freddie Kitchens, as bad as a coach he was, that's the type of the offense that we talking about we need. That's the offense they was running. Just they was slinging it all over the place.
Well, Freddie Kitchens was a good offensive coordinator more than he was a good head coach.
Right.
The problem is that we let him go when he was at his peak. I think that was the last year that Baker was in, was on the Browns.
No, not Freddie. Freddie was 2019.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Because remember, that was the year Jarvis and Odell, they both went over 1,000 yards. But from an execution standpoint, that team was bad. Coaching was bad. Execution was bad. They did hit big plays, but it was just kind of like no coach. It wasn't a coach like a Sean McVay level type of coach. You could tell that John Dorsey put him in place because I could control him. Because John wanted all the power. He was power hungry. You had the draft picks. You made the damn good draft picks. You made the trade for Odell, but that wasn't enough. You wanted the power. So that was the whole point of Kitchens. And when they fired Hugh the year before, which would be the end of the second half of 2018, with Greg Williams and Freddie Kitchens carried the team all the way through. I feel like they could have went to the playoffs that year. That was Freddie's calling card. So, offensive coordinator thrusted into a head coaching spot, and now he was out. And then 2020 was the COVID year, the start of Big Kev. So, and with Kev, it took them a while to get his system up and going. Because I know the first two games distinctly were Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Both was blowouts. I think one was 34-6, other one was 30-7, something like that, 35-7. Nasty work. So, and I knew then, and then that year was a lot of play action. Baker throwing hospital balls to Odell. But I think Kev, he give me the, he like a better version of Freddie Kitchens. You can make an argument for that. You can make an argument that Coach Stefanski is a better version of Freddie Kitchens, just from a coaching standpoint. And like you were saying, let Tommy Reese run the offense. Let him take control. Like anything, it's asinine to think that I'm gonna keep doing it the way I did it, and it's gonna change when it has not been. It has not been good. It's not.
Well, right now we our passing game is just shit. Let's be honest, and it's like at the bottom, damn near at the bottom of the league.
In every category, yes.
Every category when it comes to passing, rushing is more better than passing. Right now, we're trying to and Dylan Gabriel's his first game was against the Steelers, correct?
No, his first game was in the Vikings. Yep.
Okay, so not the Vikings game because he could have averaged a lot more in the Vikings game. I want to go back
that
to the
game.
Steelers.
Okay, so that game should have been a dub. Who you blame for that game?
I blame our offense. Like if we have receivers, I blame Judy. I blame our offensive line for not giving enough time to Gabriel because we had many chances. And to top it off, I blame our special teams because our special teams didn't give us no good field positioning. You know, our defense was in there. Our defense gave us many chances or whatever because Carson Wentz been bad, historically bad this season. You know, I mean, just even look at the last game Carson Wentz had against
they was playing the Eagles.
Was it the Chargers?
Oh no, the Chargers. Yeah, I stayed away from that on the parlay side.
Yeah,
I ain't want nothing.
He was hurt.
I ain't want nothing to do with that. But
yeah, and then the coach kept on playing him like he was about to do good. His left shoulder got thrown out, and coach put him in. Didn't want to put in McCartney.
I think he's still hurt though, right?
He's still hurt.
Yeah,
but
he can't go.
My point is, Carson Wentz was bad even in the Browns game or whatever. He just got lucky, you know.
Hey,
because even at the game after that, the Vikings got their ass kicked, and Justin Jefferson was like, I wish Sam Darnold was still on the team because Sam Darnold was good last year with the Vikings, you know. But that's another story for another day. But my point here is that the Browns had a couple chances they fucked up, whether it be on special teams or passing game. And then these play calls, like Judy, I didn't even write down the drops he had or whatever, but he had so many drops during like these last couple games. Like it was some good balls thrown at him that he could have actually caught him and Isaiah Bond, but I'm only gonna give Isaiah Bond the benefit of the doubt because he's a rookie and he's still like kind of learning the specific routes that he want to run versus like the speed of the game.
Yeah, because he didn't have no off season.
Right, right, and that's what I was about to say. He didn't have no off season, so he could like develop. He just got in. They just put him in, and he's trying to keep up with the playbook. But we had other wide receivers. We lost this off season, this past off season that could have benefited us too, or whatever.
Who?
Old boy went to the Titans, I believe. What was his name? Moore.
No, he in Buffalo.
You know what I'm talking
about? Elijah Moore, he in Buffalo.
He in Buffalo. Okay, so he in Buffalo. But that was like one of the
he wasn't coming back. He wasn't coming back no way. You ain't.
No. I get that, but I'm just saying like we lost pieces like that we should have kept like at least. I mean, if we could have kept for one more season, but since we lost him, we haven't been good when it comes to receiver or the yards after catch.
But to your point though, with Elijah Moore, for instance, he wasn't productive until when Joe came in, and
of course,
and then I think a little while after that, his dad got on I think X, and did what Odell dad did. So there is something wrong with the scheme. And it all goes back to the quarterback. Quarterback was number one. Number two is Stefanski. He didn't best utilize Elijah Moore because y'all traded a second-round pick for him. So he could have been so much more to the offense. But that offense, what up, cuz? Primarily used.
Yeah, you're right, though.
Yeah,
Bob.
he was used as a gadget player. So that's why I was going back to saying that Stefanski offense is not designed to pick you apart with weapons. They're not going to. Like right now, with a decent quarterback, you can spread out offenses. And if, say, for instance, Elijah Moore, a quick pass, knowing that your tackles are getting their ass beat every play because if you take, okay, let's say a 3-step drop, 1, 2, 3, by the time you hit that first read, more than likely it's some of this or somebody getting pushed down and strong arm into the backfield. And then quick throws, one step drop.
Let's talk about how people on the offensive line keep on getting injured too, and then we keep on putting these offensive line that haven't even played too many downs, and then we trying to expect them to block or whatever, or give the quarterback time. Because I feel like if we gave the quarterback a little bit more time, he could make a little bit more quick and efficient, with progressions.
No, but that's what I was saying. They need quicker throws, get back to the screen game, punish them for running upfield, make them respect the fact that y'all are going to block. So, for instance, Pittsburgh, that was a perfect game for screens because all they doing is running. They coming upfield. They are coming. They blitzing Jalen Ramsey. You got Herbert, who played on the same side with Highsmith. So really, both of them could take turns running the train on the left tackle. Then you got TJ one-on-one on the other side, and then and again bull rush up the middle. So, and like Cuz said, they dropped back 60 times. That's insane. You see that pass rush and you dropping back 60 times. But part of it too, he was trying to supplement the run, use the pass game to supplement the run. But okay, let's go back to identity. It don't matter who Pittsburgh had a defensive coordinator, who they had on defense. They are going to do one thing and one thing only. They are going to blitz you. They're going to destroy your quarterback. That's what they do.
I was just about to say this to add to you and Duvall's point. And I was just about to say this, before Duvall said this, but I'm glad he said this. Dylan Gabriel, that Steelers game, he attempted to throw almost 60 times, and that's a problem.
That's the coach. That's the coach.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is we still trying to, at best, Dylan is a game manager at best. When the games that I've seen so far, we're trying to get him to make the deep balls, like the deep throws and shit like that.
They're not even doing that. Like they did.
No. But we tried it a couple times, or what is where I'm getting at. He can only make that because his height. I don't know if it's his height, or I don't know if it's just he's still getting used to the speed of how the wide receivers are. I don't know what it is, but I kind of get what they're doing. But what I'm saying is, he can only make the short and intermediate throws. And it's really hurting. It's really hurting him, and it's hurting the receivers that he's throwing to. Because Fan is a good tight end, and Joku, for all the bullshit that he gets, he's still a good tight end. But the problem is, think of how many times the Browns went through different quarterback changes and still trying to get acclimated with the quarterbacks. And it's causing I believe even in personnel is still causing a rift or whatever. Because people get mad that even Miles Garrett has said he's on defense. He had an issue.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm glad he said that. He say shit like that when he was the guy knee padding Anthony Schwartz, who did nothing, who is not even in the league. He's not even in the league.
I remember that. That was a blunder, man. That was a blunder.
What?
Anthony Schwartz.
What? The audacity. And then, yeah. And you know what? It hit me after me and him had an argument about this Jerome Ford shit. And it hit me. I'm like, this motherfucker used to love Anthony Schwartz. The nerve who did nothing every week. I mean, he put the knee pads on for him. He put the cape on for him. He put this. He suited and booted. He's a whole ass Justice League for Anthony Schwartz, who did nothing. It was so bad they had him running reverses. He couldn't even do that. But I died.
Shortly was bad. It got so bad because they tried to run the one reverse. He was trying, and they just said, like, we ain't going for that shit. We ain't going for that shit. Like, sit your ass down. And I think that was, like, the last game he had tried. And then, like, he just kept on dropping balls. And I was like, damn, this ain't good. This ain't a good look for us or whatever.
Getting hurt.
Shorts was perfect timing before Shador had the AP.
You know what? I could be mistaken, but I believe Amon-Ra St. Brown was in that Anthony Schwartz draft. We need to fact check that, and that's all I need to say about that. I don't want to hear nothing about no Jerome Ford. When you was campaigning for Anthony Schwartz, you can say what you want about Ford. Way more productive.
Ball, right?
Yeah, way more productive than Anthony Schwartz on the field. Contributed more to winning than Anthony Schwartz. I'm not campaigning for my guy to be a lead back, but from a production standpoint, compare him to your guy. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to have several seats to the back, cause you nasty work. That's nasty work.
This is what I'm gonna say about Jerome Ford. Jerome Ford was they was hoping that he would be a compliment to Nick Chubb, even like when Nick Chubb got injured and Kareem Hunt did not work out. But he's a good back. Like in situations of like a screen or like a third down or something like that, he gets you the third down yards if you're trying to get the first down.
Right.
For him to be a feature back, there's no way he would be a feature back unless he could hit the holes a little bit more quicker, and then he could block on passing downs or whatever.
The way I envision Jerome Ford is, after they done pounded you out with everybody else, so now he come in and just hit you with a home run, even if it's a 20-yard or a 15-yard, 20-yard, 30-yard, or to the house. That's it. That's right there. Like, that's my whole thing with him. I don't believe, I never said that he was the lead back, but for what, like, the end of 2023, he was good for what we had him doing. And like, even when you go back to that Colts game, however that zone blocking scheme, he a back, and he's inconsistent in that aspect. He boom, boom, boom. He not the kind of back he's not the type of runner like Nick Chubb or Quinshon Judkins is, where it's patient, boom. Oh, I see the cutback. No, the cutback for Ford, it got to already be there. Boom. Hey man, ain't nobody about to deal with that hating ass shit he talking about. Name me.
He said he ain't a home run hit since Babe Ruth.
name me 5 touchdowns from Anthony Schwartz. And if he want to play crazy, I got a YouTube package of Jerome Ford touchdowns waiting for that ass. Oh, I got the gun. I got it. It's ready.
This is gonna be a kicker, right? This is what I'm about to say is gonna be a kicker. When we released the running back coach, not Deuce Staley, I love Deuce Staley, but he wasn't better than my boy Stump.
Oh, Stump Mitchell? Nah. Oh.
Stump Mitchell, he had, I don't care what running back we had back there. When Stump was in there, he was coaching them on how to hit the holes more easier, how to see the game for what it is when it comes to running, and how to actually be a professional running back, to where they could run the ball more easier. Stump was your guy. Deuce Staley is good in his own right, but he ain't no Stump Missile. He ain't teaching them. I feel like he ain't teaching them enough how to hit the holes enough, or how to actually be a good running back.
Hey, I mean, Deuce was your dude. Don't be like that now.
No. He's still my dude. That's what I'm saying. He's still my dude. But realistically, I don't see him